Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. And tonight I think we're going to start with this job, because it seems pretty straightforward. First of all, we'll try and drive the car, if it drives. Coolant fluid missing. So, benefit of trying to drive the car is, by doing a lap of the track, you'll learn about the car and what is potentially wrong with it. We will try and get 2 or 3 jobs done tonight. If not, we'll do a 2 job at least. But we'll aim for 3. But it'll be potentially just 2. But we'll see how it goes. So go to test track. If you're new to the channel guys and like simulator content, or in particularly car mechanic simulator content, and please remember to like, share and subscribe. We do live on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. We're live 4 nights a week at 8:15 UK time. If you watch this video and like the content, please feel free to leave your opinion down in the comments. And if you think the content is good, please recommend it to a friend. Our goal for the month of May is to hit 260 subscribers. And on that note, I think I've found most of the problems. So it's a brake disc, a brake caliper, a small rubber bushing somewhere, a brake pad. Yeah, so a brake disc, a brake caliper, a small rubber bushing, a brake pad. So there we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is going to run a test on the suspension, which in theory should clear up more issues or give us more ideas as to where the problems are. We'll also do this with the engine. As you can see, we are level 12 and we're heading for level 13. You don't have to do all these checks, but I always find it handy for earning extra points if you do. Plus, it could give you the missing part when you're trying to find something on the car. It can be quite frustrating. So doing this can give you the missing part that you need. And I know we've done our suspension check, but we'll also run it through a path tester so that we know what side the problems are on and whether it's a back and front problem or it's purely the front of the vehicle or whatever scenario may be. We'll do the path test first. So we'll go move car, go to path test. We'll go here. First of all, we're testing the front brakes. So the driver's side is performing less than the passenger side on the front. and it's the same scenario on the back. The front suspension seems okay. So that should give us some answers as to what side we need to work on. So now that we know that information, we will put the car up in the lifter, go to car status, brake system needs fixing. Now these fall under brake system. They are your ABS module and your ABS pump. If you ever change the brakes on all four tires and still can't find the issues, these are probably it. These parts can be found in the electrical shop. So you just buy them, fit the pump, fit the module, and that is you. And you'll probably see now that we completed two of our problems. So a front wheel hub, a lower suspension arm, and a small rubber bushing. Now, if I can remember correctly, problems were on this side, but because it's brake problems, I will take all four wheels off the car just to be sure, so that we know what needs done and what doesn't. Yes, it is lower suspension arm on this side. So again, the car goes right up into the air, like so. This time we'll do the back right wheel. Brake caliper comes off. And as you can see, the pads are pretty corroded on that side. So now we'll do the left hand side, back wheel first. And the caliper seems fine. The pad is fine, however the disc on this side needs replaced. And it's the caliper on this side. We'll take the pad off as well, just to be sure. And we'll take the suspension arm out. So that just leaves the front wheel hub and the small rubber bushing. Now, with a bit of luck, we'll find the rubber bushing pretty easily. These can be quite hard to locate sometimes. They are small rubber bushing, so they could be inside things. So what I'll do is I'll take off the usual suspects until something pops out. So far there is nothing. They are commonly more on the back of the car than the front. So there comes the wheel hub. Comes off, because I forgot about that. As I said, they're more commonly on the back of the car, the smaller ones. So go to the back suspension, and we'll just take out what we can to try and find the small rubber bushing. spring cap. Again, every now and then go into your inventory and make sure you haven't collected it by taking a part off. Small rubber bushings look like that. Sometimes they are connected to things, so just be very vigilant. And on that note, I'm going to check what it's like on this side. Saying that, I think I might have just found it. Yes, bingo, found it. So what you do is come out of the electric shop, type in Bush, B-U-S-H, B-U-S-H. Now normally I keep 20 of each in my inventory, so I'm going to do that now. Like so. And then we just put the parts back in. Thankfully this job with the rubber bushings was pretty straightforward. Sometimes it can be more frustrating. I say sometimes, I mean quite often, it can be more frustrating to find the small ones. Even the bigger ones can be harder to find sometimes. So always keep a track, guys, of where you take off, so you don't end up taking the entire car apart just to find one. Right, so now that we're here, we'll deal with the brake problems. So it needs a brake caliper, a pad, and a disc. So what you do is go back into the list, hit delete, go to brakes, buy your caliper, buy your disc, and your pad. On goes the fresh pad, fresh caliper, and back goes the wheel. Same on the left hand side. Your disc, your pad, your caliper. Again, it doesn't matter what side you put the new part on, as long as you put it on. The game will always recommend that you use the part in the best condition that is in your inventory. So I know we need a lower suspension arm, so we add that to our inventory or shopping list. Go to suspension, purchase it, add. Front wheel hub, we need one of those. So again, back into the shopping list, front wheel hub, back on. In goes the bearing, in goes the front drive, on goes the disc, on goes the pad, on goes the caliper, and on goes the wheel. Like so. And before we go any further, guys, you should see The only thing not done is the lower suspension arm, which I'm going to do now. So we click there. That's that done. Then take the disc, the pad, the caliper, the wheel, bring the car down, and just to earn a few extra points, guys, I'm going to run a couple of diagnostic tests on it. If you keep your eye, you'll see this is a very easy way of earning points. This also scans your car for problems, so it is quite handy when you're starting a job, so you know what you're working with. I wonder can we get it to 125 by the time we have this finished. 120. Boom! Level 13, guys. Nice. And finally, the tread depth. Again, you don't need to do these, but they're good for earning points. And as always, we close the bonnet, go to job status, just do a final check. Yes, yes, yes. Suspension arm A missing from the car. Where? Where did I not put the suspension arm back in? Probably the front, I would say. Either that or somewhere on the back. Probably. I think I know where it is. Probably somewhere along here. On the back of the car. Yes, here. Small rubber bushing goes back in. Of course you have to be back on the lifter to do it. Go there. How did I not notice the spring cap wasn't on that? Reinstall the spring cap. Reinstall the rear spring. Re-angle your camera properly. And the shock absorber cap. Come out from below the car. Bring the car down. And again we can do our checks. Yes, yes, and yes. Finish job. I don't want to do anything too. We'll do that one. So with this one, it's strange because the engine is at the back of the car. I'll just show you the car in a wee second. Just going to do these checks, and then I'll show you what I mean. Again, the washer, do your engine checks. The engine is in bad nick, but I don't think that was mentioned in the job description. I'll just check it here now in a wee second. It'd be interesting to see if this car actually runs. Right, so it's not actually that big. Suspension rattling, part not discovered. Driver struggling to find gears. Repair and gearbox repairs. Right, so what we'll do is try and drive the car, which we can. So now that we know that, we can go to path tester, which is there, and we'll proceed to do the path test. Doesn't sound too healthy, to be fair. But this should tell us where the rattling is coming from. Seems quite low force. Test complete. And I think we found our culprit. So we go to the left. And I know that says hood, but the engine is actually in here. So we'll just check our list. Double wishbone shock absorber. Part not discovered, part not discovered. So wishbones, as some of you may know, are a suspension component. Double wishbone shock can be quite rare in this game. So we'll just double check each one. And already I think we found our problem. So we'll just dismantle this. Separate parts. Just to see what shape the other ones are in. So we go inventory. What did it say we needed? Double wishbone shock absorber, which means you only need this one. You don't need a spring or the cap. You only need the wishbone shock absorber. So what you do is buy that, go back over to the spring puller and join parts. Now, I know it looks bad, but the game will accept this. And I will show you now what I mean. So the part in general has improved because you put in a new absorber and the game has accepted it. So because of the engine being at the back, which is quite common with a Porsche, in fact nearly in all Porsches, the wishbones, or not wishbones, the driver axles will have to come out. The starter will have to come off. The wheel on both sides will have to come off, in fact. There we go. And then if you can angle your camera properly, you can see that we can take the gearbox off. Now, I will dismantle this right down and check the list to see what the problem parts are, just to make my job a wee bit easier. Clutch plate and flywheel and a gearbox. So clutch release bearing, a flywheel, clutch plate, clutch pressure plate, and the gearbox itself. So what you want to do is go to your inventory, flywheel, clutch plate, clutch release bearing. I know you didn't need all four, but in a car in this condition, I recommend buying all four. Then you're not confused with what you need. The only thing that will confuse you is if you already have a certain part on your list. But if you do, just go here, go clutch pressure plate, clutch release bearing, and flywheel. So then all you need to do is find the specific gearbox, like so. So as you can see, flywheel goes first, clutch plate, again not all of these need to be replaced, but it's just easier to do it this way, you know it's done then. And in goes new gearbox, starter, axles, one wheel, and the same on the far side. In goes the axles, if I can get my camera right, like so, and then the wheel. Now this job has been relatively straightforward, but as always I will check the parts list just to be sure. Suspension rattling done, gearbox done, repair all gearbox faults done, gearbox shifting rough done. Now on this particular car guys, I am going to show you something. So if you go interior detailing kit, go to left 1, use, and you'll see it clears, or it cleans up the interior. Not actually let me in the car, well not actually let me into the car while it's on the lift. So that is this job done guys. This was a Porsche 911 Turbo S 964 and the year of the car is 1993. Car status, finish order. Again, that was relatively straightforward. We'll work on this, what I imagine is meant to be a Mitsubishi Evo. Again, quicker way of doing your checks guys is by just going straight to the path tester, and it should cover so many of your checks for you as far as the suspension and brakes go. Should do. And as you can see, we need a brake caliper, 2 pads, a ventilated disc. So brake caliper, 2 pads, and a ventilated disc. Now, a tip I will give is ventilated discs are commonly only on the front of the car. And as you can see, the path tester has covered some of the suspension issues already for you. But we'll just do the rest of these just to be sure. Exhaust. Right, there's a problem with the exhaust because it shouldn't be that red if there's not. It particularly covers problems in the back wheels rather than the front of the suspension. But I do recommend doing this also. If anything else, it gets you points. So it is worth doing if you have the patience to do so. Fuse box seems fine. The air intake is completely fine. So far this car is in very good condition. And now we will just do our checks as far as the engine goes. So OBD scanner as always. That has told us the catalytic converter needs replacing, which is the middle part of the exhaust, which would explain why it flashed up red. The important thing is, guys, you can do these checks from anywhere in the garage. Tire gauge. $65. So now we'll move the car into the garage. We'll take another look at the car status just to see. And it's a brake caliper, a vented brake disc, 2 pads, and a part not discovered. Now the only thing, when it says part not discovered for brakes, guys, if you've been watching closely in this video, you'll already know that means it is either the ABS pump or the ABS module, one of the two. In this case, it is the pump. So we go to electrical and get the pump. And we know we need a catalytic converter because the game told us. So we just search the word cat, C-A-T. First of all, make sure you're in the main shop. Search the word cat, C-A-T. All catalytic converters are the same in this game, so don't worry. Put the car up as high as it'll go. And the catalytic converter is commonly in the middle, as you can see. Just make sure it's the only thing, and the middle muffler as well. Thankfully they're right beside each other, so we go to inventory, put the middle muffler into our shopping list, middle muffler, drop out of there, drop back in again, middle muffler fitted, catalytic converter fitted. So that converter's car is loud. So now all we need is a caliper, a vented brake disc, and 2 pads. So the car can come down again. Go to the shopping list. We'll go to brakes, a caliper, 2 pads, and a ventilated brake disc. As I said guys, ventilated brake discs commonly go on the front of the car, so that should give you a clue. And in this case we found it. However, the caliper and the pad are fine on this side. And on goes the new vented. On goes the pad. On goes the caliper. And the wheel. Again, sometimes you can't assess this by just looking, so I can see clearly that the brake pad on this side needs replaced. So it's caliper off, brake pad off, the new brake pad on, and the caliper back on again. And then we reinstall the tyre. Like so. Just check this side as well. I have a feeling this side should be okay. Nope, pad. Replacement pad. Caliper. And the wheel. And there's another caliper, so that means the only wheel remaining is the back left wheel. As I said previously guys, we go live on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Or no, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. At 8:15 PM UK time. So if you're enjoying this content, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And while you're at it, turn on the notification bell. And why not recommend the channel to a friend. And leave your comments down below. Channel merchandise is also available. If interested, please contact me and I'll get you sorted. If you enjoy Car Mechanic Simulator or any other simulation game, multiplayer games such as EAFC, Sniper Elite, Mafia, Grand Theft Auto, things like that, then this could be the channel for you. Our monthly target is 260 subscribers. We're currently on 242. So please remember to like, share and subscribe. Again guys, please leave your feedback below, as I am a firm believer that channels live and die off feedback. And as you can see, that is this job complete. Tactic. No. Yeah, as you can see, that is this job complete. So we finish order. And due to the recording limits, guys, on the PS5, without being live, I think that's going to be the last job of the stream. Or the last job of the video, sorry. At the time of recording, it is Tuesday night, which means your next stream is tomorrow. So keep an eye on the stream polls found in the community tab, where you can vote for the game you want to see most. And I will see you all tomorrow night at 8 PM. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Daniel. I'll see you all soon.